Hello everyone, it is I, Pyro7, and today I'll be reviewing the Mattel Jurassic World Dino Escape Mega Destroyer's Stegosaurus. So Stegosaurus is a dinosaur I do not need to introduce you to. It is easily recognizable by the row of plates along its back and the spikes at the end of the tail. It lived during the Jurassic period, was a large herbivore at about 30 feet long and weighing up to 4 tons. And lived with the Allosaurus and Ceratosaurus for carnivores, and Brachiosaurus and Brontosaurus for herbivores. So Stegosaurus is actually my favorite dinosaur, so this is a pretty decent representation of it. It's a large-sized model. In fact, I actually think I'd push it towards the edge of large size, not quite extra large, but definitely at the larger end of it. It's overall well done. It's got lots of scale detail everywhere, especially on the leg and the head, but it's not the best detailing. There are scales, but you can't really feel them. It's mostly smooth skin with just small lines for the scales. So visually it's good, but texture-wise not the best. Its head, it got an upgrade from their previous Stegosaurus's head. So that's nice. Its mouth is open, which is not common for the herbivores. Yellow pupil, no, green pupil, yellow eye, so the pupil's the same color as the main body, which disappointing but not uncommon for a Mattel dinosaur. It overall is a pretty nice model. It's got the classic Stegosaur appearance. There's only a couple problems with it. The first one being it has too many plates. I think this has 21 plates, should have 17. The head's fine, but the tail is drooping. It should stick up like this, but otherwise it's fine. The plates are accurately positioned in an alternating order like this. The legs are pretty well done. Actually, detail-wise, the legs are, or at least the front legs, are pretty well done after the elbow. So down here, well done, especially with the texture. The claws are unfortunately not colored, but I think Mattel did it correct with 5 toes on the front foot and 4 on the back foot. I think that's correct for a Stegosaur. The coloration is actually pretty nice, I will say. It's a olive greenish or some kind of jade green, olive green, not really sure. But it's a nice color of green with light brown plates and a reddish-brown underside that does not run the entire length of the underside, but it does have a creamish yellow underside for the neck, head, and then it turns into some patterning on the side when the reddish-brown takes over the underside. So it's a nice pattern for a Stegosaurus. The plates are a little dull, but I will say, for it being green, the plates are at least not red, because a lot of Stegosaurus models and illustrations I've seen of it being green usually give it red plates. So brown is actually a nice change. And then there's a similar color for the tail spikes as the underside pattern color. Articulation-wise, this thing doesn't have a lot, because it's actually got a pretty decent action feature. The arms or front legs can stick out a little, but not a lot. The left one more so than the right one, at least on my model. The hind legs can stick out some, again, but not a lot. Both sets of legs can move. Front legs, not quite 360 circle. Hind legs, I would assume so. There's the Jurassic logo and the DNA scan code. Its head has a high range of locomotion or articulation for a Stegosaurus. They changed it from, this is their 2021 model, so they changed it from their original end 2020 2019 model. It can move side to side, up and down, a lot less so up and down, and it can twist in a 360 circle. And that's all for articulation. The action feature is actually not very obvious. Sure, there's a segment here that's obvious, and the tail has some lines or joints of some kind that indicate they do something, but it's not obvious as to where the action feature is, but it's actually on the plates. Each plate does a different thing. This left plate swings the entire body to the left, and the plate on the right here, slightly forward, ahead of it, swings the entire body to the right. So, the action feature is best seen when being held, but can be done on the ground. It's less of a range, though, and it easily and accurately represents the Stegosaurus's defense mechanism against predators like Allosaurus. Now it just swings its tail, and instead of just swinging the tail, the addition of swinging the body to represent the momentum and the extra power is a nice addition, I will say. Mega Destroyers means that these guys came with capture gear similar to this. And this is the Stegosaurus's capture gear. It comes in two different pieces and fits pretty well over the tail, similar to this. Hold on, I gotta build it. There we go, got it on. So there's the capture gear for the Stegosaurus. Mattel made the capture gear for their Mega Destroyers line of dinosaurs in 2021 because they also make human figures, and if your human figures are working with large dinosaurs, they need to keep themselves safe, and so they're gonna put gear to restrict their dangerous feature, in this case, Stegosaurus's tail. And it's just simple light gray plastic, very easy to snap on. And with that said, easy to break off. And that's also where the action feature comes in. Press either plate, and you swing, and the tail swings, and the capture gear falls off. It's that simple. And now the Stegosaurus is officially broken free and now could go on a rampage. So that's the capture gear. On the outside, it's just basic, looks like metal somewhat. And the inside is pretty decent. There's a lot more detail that makes it look more official. I've actually never noticed this, but there's a little Stegosaurus symbol right there on the capture gear. I've actually never noticed that, so I'm gonna have to look at my other Mega Destroyer species. But the capture gear, just line it up perfectly. There's slots on this side, prongs on this side. You just line it up, push down here for snaps, and it's connected. Capture gear, nice and fits snugly over the tail like this. I had it upside down at first, like this, and there you go. That's how you attach it. I think it would work on their other Stegosaurus models as well. I don't know, I haven't tried it, but it does work on the Mega Destroyers one because it came with that. But anyway, this was the Dino Escape Mega Destroyers Stegosaurus. This guy was about $22 back in 2021. These days it could go for a lot more or cheaper. I've seen a few in box that are roughly about the same price, but also come with other Dino Escape species occasionally, which increases the price, so that could affect it. But otherwise, this was the Mega Destroyer Stegosaurus, a decent model, one of my favorite Stegosaurus colorations, and so yeah, that's really about it. Hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I will see you again next time. Goodbye.